So, thank you for joining us today. Today we have Jen Brown, the founder and owner of Tawas Wellness. She's going to be talking to us today about healthy habits and weight management for 2026. Thank you, Jen, for being here and speaking with us today. And I'll let you take it away for us.
Thanks so much. Happy to be here. It is an honor. Um, I have been working as the director of Taos Wellness for going on 5 years now. And I'm just so excited to share what we're doing with your community and aligns with your subject, your topic for today. Just healthy bodies, that longevity and weight loss is a big part of that, because we all know that maintaining a healthy weight is going to also, allow us to stay away from those chronic illnesses, heart disease, diabetes, joint issues, things like that. That's all something that results from that excess weight that we carry. And it's so easy to do. We know it around the holidays. So I'm just going to speak to that a little bit more today, how to balance our intake with our output. But before I do, I'm going to give a little video for you guys to watch about who I am, who we are, Taoist Wellness in East Taos, Michigan. So I'm going to share my screen as practiced. Stand by and let me know when you can see that up here. This is our website.
Yep, we can see your website.
Fabulous. I'm just going to play our little intro video in full screen mode. And hopefully you can hear it.
Yep.
Hi, my name's Jen Brown. I'm the co-founder and director of Taos Wellness Warriors, and we're out front here at the Collective. This is our home. We want this to be your home too, like a second home, a place where you can come, enjoy a good meal on a Monday night, get a good workout in any day of the week, come and hang out and join your friends. So this is just a great gathering space here.
We started Taos Wellness back during COVID when we were basically looking to meet some people and just get outside. So we started as a little running club. We did a weekly 5K every Thursday evening. That went on for a couple years, and then we actually decided to become a full 501c3 nonprofit.
We are welcoming of all people of all skill levels. Our staff has the training to modify any move or any exercise to anyone who's with us and their capabilities. We also welcome all ages. A lot of families bring their kids, and it really is fun.
As I tell many of my friends, the hardest part is just to get here.
Something that I love about the Saturday morning workouts are getting together with everybody who has that like mindset where we're all working to better ourselves. It's very motivating in that aspect. I always love the 5K runs. It doesn't need to be 5K. It could be, you're walking around the block, but we always end here at the Collective for a little picture to hold yourself accountable.
And so that's what we're looking at is as instructors is to meet people where they're at, give them ability to change depending on what's available to them, but also see growth. Because if you keep attending a class and you don't see where you're improving, that isn't really giving you an ability to want to come back. But when you see, wow, I was able to do that a little bit longer and my cardio is getting a little bit better, those improvements are really what we want to see in our fitness classes.
We want people to know that this is their nonprofit, this is their wellness community. Come be a part of it. Come volunteer. Come participate.
Don't feel like you have to already be a super in shape person to come join the Wellness Warriors. We're all on our own wellness journey.
You just need to come once and check it out. Just like me, the bug will bite you, and you'll be here every week and find yourself maybe as a board member one day.
All right. So hopefully now you know all about Taos Wellness Warriors. I will stop sharing. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll stop sharing because I'll come back to this a little bit more later. And I love that video. It's so fun to see so many different ages and people of all different backgrounds coming together for their highest good, to just feel good in their bodies, to be amongst community. We know community is a huge part of wellness as well. And so when you have that support, that's when you can succeed. I mean, with anything on your weight loss journey, it's hard on your own, getting on that scale and all those things. There's different tools that we can learn to keep us motivated. And I'm going to talk about just some of those tools, some habits that you can use to help on your weight loss journey. And you might not even know it, but you are probably already doing some of those things. So how many people, hopefully are watching this as a recording, but how many people brush their teeth in the morning? I really hope so. So as you're brushing your teeth, you already have a healthy habit, right? Dental hygiene, we do it. If not, start doing it. It's important. But if you're brushing your teeth at the same time, you think maybe it's going to take me a minute to brush my teeth. I could take a minute and brush my teeth while kind of sitting down in a little chair pose, maybe have a little squat, holding that squat, maybe doing some heel raises and saying good morning to your calf muscles, maybe doing some shoulder rolls. Start to get into your body. Like you're already doing it. So when you're done brushing your teeth, now you've not only brushed your teeth, but you've done a little exercise. You've started to get that blood flowing through the body. And so once you've done that, we can stack another habit. And so that's what I'm speaking to, is this habit stacking. So if you already have one thing that you're doing, maybe try another one. How many people use a microwave on a weekly basis? I know I do. Maybe while your microwave's going, you go up to that counter of your kitchen and you can do a little counter push-ups, while you're waiting for that microwave to go. That's 1 or 2 minutes that you can bring some awareness to those chest muscles, that you can burn a few extra calories. So if you're already walking to your mailbox, for example, what if you did some walking lunges to your mailbox and you really woke up those quadricep muscles and those hamstrings a little bit more? So just to give you an opportunity to think about some of your normal routines that you have, and how can you maybe throw in a little bit more exercise, a little bit more calories out, because that's how we're going to get to that healthy weight, is by balancing the calories in, calories out. It's that simple. Understanding how much calories are in the foods that we're eating. Some people might not realize that the creamer they're putting in their coffee in the morning is an extra 100 to 200 calories. Some people might not realize that it takes you a good 10 to 20 minutes on a strong walk to burn off 100 to 200 calories. And if you're not taking those strong 10 to 20 minute walks every day, that creamer in your coffee is adding up. So those are just some easy ways to measure if you're thinking about calories in and calories out. So before I move forward, does anybody have any questions? I got 3 lovely ladies in the room. I know we've probably all thought about weight loss at one point or another. So, but just to keep going, keeping yourself positive on your weight loss journey is something that is a struggle. Because if you're getting on that scale every day and that's not doing anything, maybe some days it's up to, it's down to, that can be really defeating. And people have different theories on this. I know people that say, I have to get up every morning and get on that scale, or else I'm off track all day long. However it best serves you. But if you find that getting on that scale and letting that number determine how you're feeling for that day, get off the scale. So that is my advice. I was a scale person, scale girly for a long time. And I noticed that my mental health was being affected by that number. And that number for one person means something different than that number for me. So it's not the number that matters. It's how you feel in your body. It's the energy that you have to do the things that you want to do. So I think we have to make sure we are recognizing that when we talk about weight loss, that number doesn't define you. You want to be able to do the things that make you feel good and work towards that healthy aerobic, your heart rate, making sure you're getting the flexibility in and you're moving your body all the ways that your body can move. That weight will catch up with you, will catch up to that output. So keep focusing on the output. And so that being said, there's plenty of opportunities. I know for our organization, we offer about 16 different workout classes a week, and all of those can be modified for seniors, for people just starting out. So if you're ever in the area, if you want to come by the collective, we're located on Newman Street. Oop, we got somebody in the waiting room. Yay. To come by and check out our classes that we offer. I would recommend, welcome. I would recommend if you're just starting out and you're looking to get into a fitness class, to look it up online. You know, if you have the ability to Google online fitness class for seniors, something that is approachable, then you have a chair yoga class. This is what chair yoga looks like. You watch a little demo video so that you know when you go into it, it's not going to be completely brand new to you. You've done a little homework. You know, I always say it's wonderful to have a buddy to go with to your first classes. You will always leave our classes with a buddy, even if you come in on your own. But it's nice to have that accountability partner when you're starting that fitness journey. And you can start that at any time. I mean, we have people in their 80s and 90s coming to our chair yoga classes. We've been able to work with people with arthritis to even get them, you know, severe arthritis, hip replacements, knee replacements, and have been able to help them relearn how to get down on the ground and get back up. And that's a skill that we really focus on with Taoist Wellness, is getting on the ground and getting back up again, so that when you are on the ground, you have the upper body strength and the wherewithal to get back up. It's so important because, you know, I don't want to say we're going to fall, but we don't want to be afraid to fall. You know, we do another program at our place called Matter of Balance, you know, where we actually bring awareness to the fear of falling. So if we can get rid of the fear, because if we know, hey, falls are going to happen. Falls are things that we need to be aware of. We're going to look for those trip hazards. We're going to make sure we have the right shoes and we have the right, you know, resources if it's cold and icy and all the things, but we're not going to hide out and be afraid of it. But we know that our bodies are strong enough by practicing those exercises that we can get up if we fall down. So being able to teach that course as well. So if you're in a place where that Matter of Balance course is available to you, we have it at our facility in Tawas. I know the ICOA and our Agency on Aging is making sure that that's available in our area. So I would say Matter of Balance is a definite way to start your fitness journey, to get your confidence up in that area. So we talked a little bit about habit stacking, how if you're already doing something healthy for your body, how can you kind of add on to what you're doing, like brushing your teeth while doing little mini squats, you know, doing those countertop push-ups while you're waiting on the microwave. So kind of think about that and where can you squeeze in a little extra during your day? And then also being conscious about what you're putting into your body, because we're always looking to put whole foods into our body. So a lot of the processed foods is the stuff that's going to get stuck. It's going to cause you to gain weight because that's got chemicals and toxins, and your body's got to work extra hard to burn that off before it even thinks about working on the fat cells that are already there. It's, if you're putting junk in your body, that's what it's working on first. So things that come in a bag on a shelf that have a 5-year lifespan, they're going to last that long in your body too. So that's just something to think about. Make sure you're putting in those whole foods, those fruits and vegetables, you know, those non-processed meats, and just keeping it as healthy as you can. That living food is going to give you that energy so that you can continue on that weight loss journey and do those exercises that make you feel good. So I just wanted to see if anybody in the room has any questions about weight loss, specifically to what you're doing right now. If I can offer any advice, if I can give you any feedback, just throw it out there. Let me know.
Well, this is Kathy MacArthur. I'm service coordinator at Samaritas, and I joined
Kathy.
late. I'm sorry, I couldn't get in right away. But anyway, I'm, looking to bring programming to our senior residents in our building. I see you're down in Tawas.
Mm-hmm.
So is there an equivalent of, your wellness stuff up here through Region 9? And maybe Miss McCory might know because she works through, I think, that agency too.
Where are you located again, Kathy?
I'm in Alpena, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
at Samaritas Affordable Living. So we have 65 apartments, and we have anywhere from the 65 to 70 residents, depending if there's couples. So in this year, 26, one of the goals that's assigned to service coordination is to bring in as much healthy living information as we can. So also, our people don't love online. Okay, I'm sorry, they want a human to stand in front of them and guide them through things. And of course, in our service coordination, we don't have funds to help pay for that stuff. So I'm just on here just to hear what you had to say, and it just sounded very interesting.
Yeah, and we're a nonprofit, and so we're always looking for grants, securing grants. We actually have a grant right now with the Michigan Health Endowment Fund that we were able to procure with the support of ICOA. And with that grant, it has allowed us to go to other areas of our county, but I can do some research and see who's doing what in Alpena, because we do go over to like our assisted living homes and we do chair yoga, we do the cardio drumming. If you have somebody in your area that does cardio drumming, and honestly, if you don't have the funds to bring them in, I mean, there's a lot of people that would probably volunteer their time to come and lead, a 15-20 minute chair class. So even if you just reached out to your local yoga studios, I'm trying to think, there was the Living Tree or something up that way. I have a girlfriend that
we do have some, but a lot of them are businesses, small businesses, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll volunteer for one session, but we're looking to try to have an ongoing theme here that is more than just one, like maybe once a month somebody comes and does the chair yoga, and people try to continue it on their own, maybe as a group in our community room. Now, do you think that so, and I don't want to monopolize here, do you have an email address I could take that I might email you mine? And if you do come up with anything,
Absolutely.
okay, what's your email address?
It's Warriors, WARRIORS, Warriors at tawaswellness.org.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. I'll just listen to the rest of this now. Thank you.
No, you're fine. And feel
Okay.
free to look up our website, tawaswellness.org. Because I really feel strongly that what we're doing in our county needs, in our little Tawas, actually, like we have gone into some schools, done some things with kids. We've gone into some of the senior centers as well. But like this can be replicated in other towns, like our classes that we offer and things like that, but from a nonprofit standpoint, so that they're available to come to you. So,
and we have a very active and strong senior citizen center here with a wonderful director. And so I will also pick her brain on this too.
yeah, I think I've been up to your facility before.
Yeah. But I will listen now because I don't want to monopolize time. So thank you.
Kathy, you might want to see if I don't know if you worked with BJ Sanders.
Yeah, and BJ, I thought of trying to get her maybe one day a month for a half hour. I think she's going to be joining our board, so that might encourage her to. And she's so busy. The woman wears so many hats. I almost hate to ask her, but she never says no. And so I don't want to overburden. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, she might be a good one.
Yeah, she would be, I think. Okay, well, thank you.
Kathy, are you able to get your residents over to the senior center?
Well, we used to in the good days, and this is probably, maybe it's even been over a year. They had a little van. They would come and pick up some of our seniors that didn't drive and really get them over there and have them do the exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They usually stay maybe and do the lunch, and they'd bring them back. Well, that they didn't have the funding anymore for it, so that stopped. And we had about a handful of devoted residents that went to those exercise programs, but right now I don't know of any that are going from here. So I thought maybe if I could encourage BJ to come over, maybe we can get something going, even if it's through the funding, that the aging grant funding for free rides through our Dial-A-Ride up here. Maybe they would set something up, So I don't know. It's January. I'm looking for ideas. That goes.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
If you can get them over there and see where the funds are for that, because then they're getting community as well.
Right,
It's not just them. They get out of the house, get to go get some fresh air. I think that's
Absolutely.
something that I'm begging our local, they even have their own van, the people we have down the street from us. I'm like, come on down. And they get very ingrained in, okay, this is their routine. This is what they do. If you want to come to us. And it's a lot of setup to go as an instructor when you're
Sure.
doing, more intense stuff. Like we had a cardio drumming person who would come bring all that, blow the big balls up and everything for
Wow.
20 minutes, and do it for free and then go. But we were like, okay, we have all this stuff here. You have a bus.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, and I will
So
say
I'm
that
proud of
back
you for getting out there though.
before
Yeah.
COVID, our Metal Lodge up here always had a community outreach person, and they would bring in some different things, exercises and stuff. But I'm not being able to get that set up again. So they're shorthanded or they're not doing that type of outreach anymore. I'm not sure. But anyway, again, I don't want to monopolize you. I feel like I'm doing that.
No, this is kind of where I was headed was more this discussion and question and answer, and looking for fun ways. I know you mentioned everything being online, and I know a lot of seniors, older adults are hesitant to the online. And I'll be honest, when we were starting out our program, I really wanted to have here's our paper schedule and just show up. But then I either get no people or I get 30 people. And I needed to start implementing this online sign up. And
Right.
so we really had to bridge that gap. And I'd say 75% of our members are seniors. And you'd be surprised at how, like, whether it's our system that's easy or they just caught on. I think it's a combination of both, but we still have our hiccups from time to time. But that was a huge thing I anticipated being an issue that wasn't. So don't get hung up on technology. I think it can still serve
Well,
you.
no, absolutely.
And
And,
them too.
so we used to, recently we've disconnected from Spectrum's like stations. And so we have smart TVs that they just whatever came with the TV. Because at one point the CMU, and I don't even know if they're still doing this now, but it was like the sit down to be fit thing, and it was like 1:30 and you could
Okay.
put it on, in the community room. Anybody wanted to could kind of do that. But I'd have to project it from my laptop now if I could even get it on there. So there's some barriers to that kind of thing. And people
Well,
may have internet and things they do in their own home.
mhm.
Even if I start maybe listing some of the things they could get online, maybe that'll help. But yeah, so my goal is like get them started somehow. And
Yeah.
and if we have to
Well,
teach some technology with it, then that's not terrible either. So
so I'm putting something in the chat for you that if it works with a smart TV, it's called the Beach Body app.
oh yeah, you know what?
And
I had that at home for a while. Yeah, that's kind of neat.
yeah, so we actually put that in our facility and people can come in, put on whatever they want, do and you might have to guide them through it, but it's only I think 100, it's 100 a year or something like that. And it would make it accessible for your residents to come in and just have that resource there to go in. And even if they're doing, half of what's up there, it's something, it gets them motivated. So that would be one way to have it in your space affordably. I know you want the in person, but that's where, yeah, it's tough to
Yeah.
get those for-profit entities to be able to take time and commit to a regular thing. But I know some people in Alpena, so I'll send them over to you.
Well,
Some yoga instructors at least.
yeah, even if you just sent me just the contact names, that would
Sure.
be helpful. But I'll do some search on that too. And if we could all get our beach body yet at this age, no.
I know, right? That's why I was like,
I
do
didn't
they
have
have
a
to
beach
name it
body when I was
that?
young.
You'd be surprised. They have so many older adult videos in there. I had a woman come in yesterday for the first time and I showed her how to do it and she found whatever workout she wanted and she was doing her thing. And I'm like,
Okay.
wow, that was awesome. So
Maybe that's
just
what I need
seeing,
to do is research our two, we have two huge screen TVs, one in one area, one in another, and just what's accessible on those TVs
right.
that came with the programming on those TVs. Yeah,
There you go.
good
Because a lot of
idea.
them do have that. They'll have
Yeah.
some movement, something. So whether it's for kids or adults,
I'm gonna give that assignment to one of our maintenance people. They're so good with the TVs.
yeah, there you go.
And they have the remotes that you can almost swallow. They're so tiny. It's just horrible. Yeah. Well, thank you again. I'm gonna just sit back and listen now.
Okay, Kathy,
Thank
you're
you.
fine. So yeah, if the next time you guys are in Tawas, please come by. I would love to give you a tour of the space. Another thing that we do around community, around wellness, and also around food, because we know working out is great, but I think as far as like weight loss is concerned, food is like 80%. You've heard of the 80/20 rule, right? So that 80%, when we first got our building, the collective, it was formerly a Knights of Columbus building. and the Knights of Columbus were putting on a weekly burger night, and they had been doing it for years and years. So it was a staple in the community. So we knew that if we got this building, we really wanted to keep our relationship with the Knights because we knew that was our moneymaker. Like we weren't coming in as this established nonprofit. Like we were coming in with very limited small numbers and budget. So we knew that those burger nights were going to have to be our bread and butter to keep the doors open on this. And it's an 8,000 plus square foot piece of property. It's a big piece of property. So that being said, we kind of kept it with what the Knights were serving, which was, fried fish and burgers and all the goodies, and slowly over the first year, we started implementing more grilled options. We started implementing a salad bar, baked fish instead of fried, baked potato instead of French fries. Also, from an environmental standpoint, we went away from styrofoam and started using compostables. So these things are all going to see this strength in community, this appreciation for space. We had some people, we still have smash burgers and fried fish, but we gave them options, and we did a little bit of research and said, let's capture all these orders. Because before it was like a piece of paper, put the order in. What was the big seller tonight? What did we run out of? We didn't really know. We started actually collecting orders through a database, through a computer system. And we could see that, oh my gosh, we have like 50 people a week that are getting baked potato that would have probably normally got French fries, so seeing people making those healthier choices, just knowing that choice was available. So in educating people around those choices. So I think that's another thing when you're thinking about weight loss is look for those healthier options because they're there in a lot of places that you go to eat. When you're going out, that's the hardest time to keep that healthy diet. You can control a lot from home, right? And you can get pretty regimented about what you eat at home. But when you're going out, you want to, you want to enjoy yourself. You want to try the things, but you don't know how they're cooking them. You don't know how much, oil's in there and all the other goodies. So when you're going out to eat, well, maybe I'll sub a salad for French fries. And you can do yourself a little favor there when you're going out by just looking for those healthy choices. So that is the last of my little 2 cents that I wanted to share about weight loss and just longevity overall, because we know being at a healthy weight, like we said, is going to keep those chronic diseases at bay and allow us to live our fullest and our longest lives. So my name is Jen. Again, I'm really happy to be here, you guys. Thank you so much for this space. And if anyone has any more questions, just holler out.
Jen, do you have anything about any tips on consistency? Like I'm really bad with consistency, but like how do you, I know you talked a little bit about community of having someone to kind of hold you accountable, but any advice on maintaining that consistency? I feel like so many people I talk to in my group as well, and my friends and family, it's like, yeah, we're going to get really healthy. And they do it for like 8 weeks and they're going super hard and they're great. And then it's like, oh, well, like just recently holidays happened. So I'm not at home or I'm, staying with family. What do you recommend to people for keeping that consistency without, when there's a wrench in the plans or there's an event coming up and so you're away from the house? Any recommendations on helping people stay consistency with those schedules?
I believe you are probably more consistent than you give yourself credit for. I think we're hard on ourselves when we think about consistency. We think about it having to be a daily routine or a weekly schedule that we keep. I think as long as you're continuously finding ways to move your body and ways that bring you joy, because if you're not going to be consistent with it if you don't feel good when you're doing it, if you don't like it. So right away, if you notice, oh, I haven't been consistent with this, maybe you're not really enjoying it and you want to find something that you're liking that you actually want to go and do. Like I can't wait to get outside and go for a walk right now, you guys, because that walk for me isn't just exercise, it's also a way for me to be in nature, to clear my mind, so when you associate consistency of exercise or consistency with diet that brings you energy and makes you feel good, you're going to want to be more consistent with it. I think we do get caught up with that word routine, consistency, and it's fine. Everybody has their way. and we all have our personalities. Like I have a very OCD military husband, and he's got to have that 8 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout at this time, and that works for him. I am exactly the opposite. Every single day of mine looks different. I may or may not exercise in a day, but I am conscious of that. And I try not to let it stress me out because I feel the same way as you. It's like, oh, holidays, I've been off the wagon for a little while. And that's all you need is that awareness that, oh, I've been off the wagon for a while. Like, let me just get these horses back in order, or whatever you say. I don't know. So I think just being aware of it and knowing when you can take a little break from that, that junk food and go for that extra walk and not be so hard on ourselves. It'll all balance out. I think the main thing is, like we talked about beach bodies, that's not the goal here. I wish they would change the name of that app because it's really not the goal here. The body is the body that we want to be able to live a day-to-day life, to feel comfortable in our skin, to feel comfortable with our reflections. And that's a deeper journey that I will have a whole nother conversation with you guys on, because I have people with beautiful bodies that don't want to look in the mirror. And it's like, that's a different conversation. So we're not going to go there, but I'm just saying you got to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, be comfortable with the numbers that your doctor's giving you. You're doing your check-ins and you're keeping that awareness of that whole body wellness. There's a lot that goes into wellness. So we can't just focus on that number on the scale. So.
Well, thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, does anybody have any other questions for Jen before we end? Anyone?
No, but nice to see this. And even if I don't know how many people participated, but I think it's a wonderful thing to start the year out with and not call it a resolution, but call it a lifestyle change that maybe you can continue on. And when you talk about body image, I was a skinny mini in my youth. I was. And I'm an old lady of 72, and I look in the mirror and I still think I look great. And I know I don't, because I have
yes, you do,
an internal
Kathy.
body image of how I looked before. So it can work reverse, Yeah. If I'm too comfortable with where I'm at, then of course that's not a motivation either. You have to have a little discomfort to get motivated.
No,
So
just a little motivation,
motivation.
Summer's coming.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm going to sign off here, ladies. I got signed in late because I had other things, and I see somebody knocking at my door. So thank
Nice
you.
to meet you, Kathy.
Yeah, you too. Take
Bye,
care.
Kathy.
Bye. And I hope you guys come down and visit me sometime. We got our big Perchville dinner coming up. The first weekend we do Perchville and Tawas. So, come see us. We'll have a craft show all day Saturday. And
oh, that's fun. I have a sister-in-law loves craft show. Maybe I'll grab her and we'll come down sometime. Yeah.
When is that?
That's going to be the first weekend in February is Perchville.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have a craft show on Saturday and our fish fry on Friday.
Okay.
Of course, there's all kinds of other shenanigans going on around town, but the collective is inside and it's warm. So that's where everybody hangs out.
Okay. Take care, everyone. I'm signing off.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, thank you, Jen. I appreciate you talking to us today about healthy habits and how to, maintain that throughout the year. So thank you. And I'll be sure to share this recording with everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You too. And I was going to drop a little line for you guys that aren't in Tawas. We have a great Facebook page, Tawas Wellness Warriors on Facebook, and we're always putting helpful hints and things out and online challenges, so you can join us from there as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, nice to meet you, ladies. Have a great day.
You too.
You too. Bye.
Bye.